Growing up in northeast Saskatchewan, David Pagan had a bit of a late start to his minor league baseball career. Fortunately, that didn't delay his trip to the major leagues. Born in Nipawin in 1949, the right-handed pitcher started playing baseball locally before making his way onto the game's biggest stage. Pagan made his debut in the second half of a doubleheader with the hometown New York Yankees on July 1st, 1973. He moved on to the Baltimore Orioles in '76 and then finished his career the following year after stints with the expansion Seattle Mariners and Pittsburgh Pirates.
And I started playing when I was 14, which most players do not start. Most players nowadays have started a lot earlier than that. And the reason we did start was a bunch of kids, us kids got together, and two of us made up a raffle, and we sold tickets on a lamp, I think it is, and to buy a bat and a ball and catcher's gear. And from that time on, I played baseball.
Thanks to the efforts of Pagan and his friends, the Snowden Spartans became a reality. Since there was no league to play in, the Spartans found competition at sports days in local communities. Pagan quickly picked up the game and was soon dividing his time between the Spartans and the local senior team by the time he was 15, sometimes pitching 4 or 5 games a day.
It was tough playing it, but at that age my arm wasn't sore. It would get tired, but it wouldn't get sore. And it was always at the same tournament. So you really, you just pitch one game and you'd almost be going over and pitching another game.
Other teams noticed his talent, and he was soon recruited to play for the Prince Albert Bohemians and the Eston Ramblers. Those teams went on to win Saskatchewan baseball championships in 1968 and 1969, respectively.
I went to college from a guy that I played with, the PA Bows. They started a new program in Washington. A new community college was starting up with a baseball program, and the coach came to him and asked if there's anybody up there that was graduating that maybe could help him that year. And Gary Brandon, I'm sure that name is familiar with some people. So I went to college for a year and signed after that with the professional team.
At the time, Canadians weren't eligible for the Major League draft, so Pagan signed as a free agent with the Yankees prior to the start of the 1970 season. He joined the Yankees affiliate in Johnson City, Tennessee, before moving on to Oneonta, New York, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and Kinston, North Carolina over the following seasons. After posting a 186 earned run average in 12 starts in 1973, he was called up by the Yankees, becoming one of 9 individuals from Saskatchewan to play Major League Baseball.
I got called up on the road. We were in Cleveland, and I got called up, and then, but I was scheduled to pitch a week later in Yankee Stadium. And I think there was 45 to 50,000 people there. It was a second game of a doubleheader. Sam McDowell was pitching the first one. And I remember warming up in bullpen and feeling very numb. The adrenaline was flowing. And I went to the mound to throw my warm-up pitches. And the first warm-up pitch, when it landed, Thurman Munson was catching at the time. And the first warm-up pitch landed about 4 or 5 feet in front of it wasn't that it was soft, it was just that I was so, I couldn't feel anything. And it was, that many people and never seeing that many people before, it was quite an experience. I played with some pretty good individuals like Thurman Munson, with the Yankees, Bobby Mercer, Mel Stoudemire. With Baltimore, I was with, everybody knows Brooks Robinson, and Reggie Jackson was there in Baltimore at that time, and there's Jim Palmer, and then Seattle was expansion, so there wasn't the big names like there was in the other places. In Pittsburgh, of course, Stargell, Parker, guys like that you really look up to.
Pagan appeared in 85 games over his major league career with an earned run average of .496 and a record of 4-9. He retired from professional baseball after spending 2 more seasons playing in the minor leagues with the Pirates organization. Pagan moved back home to Nipawin when his professional career came to an end, but he didn't move away from the game. He remained active in senior ball and went on to win medals at the National Men's Championships with the Saskatoon Patrick Liners, in addition to working as an umpire. For his efforts, he was inducted into the Saskatchewan Baseball Hall of Fame in 1987 and the Prince Albert Sports Hall of Fame in 1995. Pagan was also inducted into the Saskatoon Sports Hall of Fame in 2005 as a member of the Saskatoon Patrick Liners. Today, he remains active in the game and gives back to the sport that gave him so much.
I think you've got to, baseball is not a real growing sport in Canada, in Saskatchewan for sure. And I think we just got to get people more interested and try to get things going for them.
Installed in the Saskatchewan Sports Hall of Fame on September 29, 2018, David Pagan.